Hi, I'm Ben Kai. I recently finished playing FF7 Rebirth for PC and found it to be a really excellent retelling of the original game. And by that, I mean only the last 3/4 of Disc 1, because that story ain't finished yet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait another year or so before Square finishes up Part 3 of the FF7 remake journey. But with how the Rebirth game ended, it really got me thinking about the events from the original game and how they differed between each other. So with the recent re-release of the original FF7 on GOG, I thought it was high time to revisit this classic game once more. Except, something seemed very off about this version. See those graphics on the wall? They got some kind of forced blur filter applied that was never there before. And there's no option to turn it off. But even worse than that is this.
What is that? What the?
This weird audio skipping is really killing my old memories of the game. It just sounds so bad, and I have no idea why something like this got through the QA testing. But the solution I have discovered in the form of a fan-made program called Seventh Heaven. This here program is primarily a mod manager, but it just so happens to come with a powerful graphics driver engine called FFNX, which allows for tons of graphical options like widescreen support, full 360-degree analog movement, cheat codes like disabling the random encounters, and even a new advanced lighting system that casts accurate shadows instead of those simple black blobs on the ground. But the biggest thing it did was allow me to turn off that god-awful blur filter and restore the audio to its original former glory. It's a masterpiece! Now you can play the game identical to the original PS1 classic, with a few other optional improvements to turn on, if you'd so like. But I wanted to go further. You see, when I navigated to the Browse catalog section of Seventh Heaven, I found over 100 mods to install that all promised so many cool features to play with. So in this next part of the video, I'm going to show you the mods I installed to get this game looking like a proper HD remaster, while retaining the original vanilla gameplay experience for those of you who are playing this game for the first time, but like something a little prettier to look at. I'm so jealous at all you first-timers right now. So, first up, we gotta fix the poor FPS. No, not the first-person shooter FPS. I mean frames per second FPS. All versions of FF7 are capped at 15 frames for battles and 30 for field exploration. Any attempt to try to manually speed up the frames, and you'll be met with game-breaking bugs. Luckily for us, modders have successfully broken the code and have come up with the 60/30 FPS mod. Choose your desired frame rate, then play your game. No more janky combat for your high refresh rate monitor. Just be sure to turn it off before opening the safe, cause, you know, this'll happen. Yep, you speed right past the numbers, and the game's too fast. But it's not just gameplay we're speeding up, because those famous FMVs were also capped at 15 frames per second. So we're gonna apply the Cosmos FMV mod to not only get smooth video, but also bump up the resolution to HD. Wowzers, that's looking nice. This mod also replaces the original blocky character models with brand new, highly detailed models by modder Ninostyle. Hey, these models look really cool. I wonder if we can use them in field exploration and battles too. Well, wondering commenter, that just so happens to be our next mod we'll be getting, to fix those old blockies and turn them into high-def blockies. Yeah. Specifically, we'll be getting Ninostyle Chibi to retain that smaller character style for field exploration, and Ninostyle Battle for the taller, more anime-looking style. You can get these taller sprites to be used in the field too, but I think that makes it look completely out of place with the scale of the low-resolution background art. Which, by the way, will also be improving by using Cosmos Limit Break. We just jumped from the low 640, 480 resolution all the way up to 4 fracking K, buddy. 4:3 aspect ratio? Nope, give me the whole screen. This mod uses AI upscaling along with some manual human tweaking to get these beautiful hand-painted backgrounds in glorious 16:9 or 16:10 4K resolution. What's really strange is that this mod makes the game look like how I remember it looking on my old CRT monitor back in the 90s. Man, maybe my brain auto-upscaled all of my old memories of it. Funny how that little noggin of yours can compete with those robot upscalers. Of course, the developers never intended it to be widescreen, so you'll be getting instances where Barrett can still be seen off to the side, where he should have left by now.
What's wrong?
He's still here.
But we ain't done fixing the graphics yet, because we've still got a few more textures that are needing that upscaling treatment. From here, we'll be turning to a bunch of different mods created by the talented group at Tsunamods. Battle backgrounds, get Tsunamods Avalanche Arisen Battle textures.
Very nice.
Magic spells, get Tsunamods SYW Unified Spell textures. Then get Tsunamods SYW Minigame textures to fix those graphics too.
Impressive.
The user interface is needing an HD makeover too, so let's go get Tsunamods Enhanced Stock UI, followed by AavockESUI to maintain the original game's stellar look.
Nice.
Hold on, is it pronounced Aavock or just Avock? I'm having trouble trying to pronounce that.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Ah, yes, double A's it is then. World map is looking a bit bleak, so let's spruce it up with Cosmos Gaia, coupled with the combined HD world textures. This baby not only gives the world map an HD makeover, but it also reworks the camera, so you can zoom in and out with the left and right triggers, and have full use of the right analog stick to look around more naturally, like a modern game. Makes flying around so much cooler. So, now that we've got our graphics looking mighty fine, what about the music?
You can't change that.
FF7's music is the frickin' gold standard for video game music. If this had been the original PC version with that awful MIDI soundtrack, then I'd say you gotta go get the MP3s from the PS1 version. But thankfully, the GOG version already contains the PS1 soundtrack, so it's already perfect. But I mean,
Now you can try if you want to.
sounds like a fart trumpet.
Can't change that.
Now for our final mod to make FF7 a true remaster, we're going to be altering the script.
Whoa! Let's not do anything hasty.
Something y'all should know is that out of all the times Square has re-released FF7, they've never fixed any of the localization errors from the original PC version. So things like the famous "this guy are sick" still in the... What? They fixed it? So they fixed this small grammatical error, but not the one that incorrectly tells me to attack while its tail is up? Makes me wonder what else got missed. I rest my case. And that's where the Shinra Archaeology cut comes into play. This mod aims to provide a full English retranslation of the game's original script that fixes all those old mistranslation errors and brings the language up to date with all the other FF titles by renaming spells like Fire 2 into Fire Up. They've taken care to conform with modern Square Enix localization choices so that it remains as faithful as possible to the original Japanese script's intent. This results in a more cohesive narrative without any of that confusing head-scratching from the original localization. I played it from start to finish with this mod and can say without a doubt that everything finally makes sense. This is a must for anyone wanting to get into FF7 for the first time. But if you play without it, then you may be thinking that Cloud is a robot clone from the future that gets frequent headaches. At least that's what my 7-year-old self thought at the time when I played it back then.
Nailed it. I know. Thank you. Moving on.
So there you have it. FF7 Remastered. But perhaps you wish to go further. Of course! Then stick around for part 3 of my guide where we turn FF7 Remastered into FF7 Remastered Plus Director's Cut Edition.
Tell me more.
Please note that these next mods are intended for people who've already beaten FF7 once and want a new experience. And with that said, we've already got our first mod installed with the Shinra Archaeology cut.
Is that right?
You bet! Because this mod not only gives us a new retranslation, but it also adds brand new content that was cut from the game. You can think of it like deleted scenes from a movie or like a director's cut version. But essentially, there are several brand new scenes that have been restored, like an all-new text intro explaining the history of the FF7 world, new character dialogue moments scattered throughout, and a completely reworked Honeybee Inn scenario. I mean, this section is quite expansive. I suggest checking out this guy's video about it, since he really dug into all the changes for the Honeybee Inn. I'll leave a link to his video in the description below. Also, some minigames were even reworked, like the Temple of the Ancients Clock Hand and the Shinra Mayor's Password Puzzle. Spoiler, it's much harder now. And if you're going to be playing this with the Ninostyle models, then you're also going to need to get the Ninostyle Chibi fixes and additions mod to take full advantage of the character model's new facial animations that were also restored with the Archaeology mod. There's also lots of Easter eggs that are hidden in this mod that, according to the creators of it, no one has found yet. Who knows? Maybe one of y'all watching this right now. Maybe the first folks to discover them. But we ain't done yet, because we're also going to be putting on Postscript 3's gameplay tweaks. Anyone who has played FF7 to death knows about all the little things that bug them. Is this enemy immune to this status effect? What element does this dude absorb? Why can't I do more than 9,999 damage? How come I can't use 2 accessories? Well, with Postscript 3, we can fix all that. You can turn on AutoSense to know which element to use or which status effect will actually work. Doing consistent quad 9 damage? Then break the damage limit and see how high your damage can truly be. Take that emerald weapon! Heh, taking on ruby weapon will be so easy. Dane, I may need to rework my strategy with this one. Want to play FF7 like FF10? Then turn on True Weight mode and Instant ATB to simulate the turn-based structure of the more superior FF battle system. You can even use your PHS mid-battle to call in different party members, just like in FF10. EXP Share lets your entire party level up their skills and their materia so that you won't have to grind as often. But my favorite new change is the reworked limit breaks. This setting lets you use a portion of your limit gauge to the cheaper limit levels 1, 2, and 3 so that they can become more utilitarian, like using Cloud's Cross Slash on Ruby Weapon to paralyze them instead of summoning Hades. It also allows you to save up your limits by putting it in a separate section of the menu instead of replacing the action button. Overall, this is a great convenience and quality of life mod that fixes a lot of issues that I have with the FF7 battle mode. Just be careful when fighting Bizarro Sephiroth not to switch your party during the final boss fight, or else it'll crash. Apparently the game thinks you're making 3 separate parties, but when you engage the boss, only 2 parties are available. So when switching to the party members who got blown away, crash. To avoid this, either disable the mod or just don't switch your party. You only need to stick with Cloud's team to get through this boss anyway. Bye-bye, Sephiroth. Okay, so that's my take for a really stellar playthrough of your second time around with FF7. But I would be remiss if I did not mention an alternative way to experience the story of Final Fantasy VII. And this mod truly is something really incredible.
Come. Join me.
It's called AavockESUI by Tsunamods. And what this does is adds voices to every single character in the game. And I mean everyone.
Never give up.
Never surrender.
This is a mod with so much love and passion throughout, you can really feel the emotion all the cast members put into their work throughout the game. I mean, I had to look up who did the voice work for Jessie because I thought it was the same person who did her remake counterpart.
What? Cloud? Your face. It's pitch black.
That's how good the voices are.
There you go.
And while I found a lot of good work here,
Let's dance, asshole.
there were a few that had some issues.
I'm not giving up. I'll never give up. Weapons. Meteor. Even bad customers. That will stop me.
Really?
But nevertheless, they all gave it their maximum effort.
Make sure to talk to everyone, okay? We put a lot of time into this. Even AAA games don't voice everyone.
Like this guy here called Christian Sakanen. He voiced Cloud,
I'm not interested.
Barrett,
I want to see any more stairs for the rest of my life.
Heidegger, and Hojo.
We all need to unwind every so often, do we not?
If I didn't know any better, I'd have thought they were all different actors. Simply incredible work. And turns out, he's also the creative voice director for the mod as well. Talk about a guy with many hats. I even had the pleasure of briefly speaking with the guy on one of his live streams.
I mean, I play Kingdom Hearts just to build some cool starships. I mean, honestly, dude, oh, that is so based.
Oh, thank you. I think. What does based mean? Oh, good then. Yeah, thanks, man.
Captain Benki is based as fuck. That's really based. That is really based.
Now, EchoS may not be for everyone, especially those going through a first-time playthrough, since they take a lot of liberties with the characters, and that ends up changing Square's original intent with the game.
Whew! That's 4 times now. Hey, wanna make 20 gil? All you gotta do is walk up those stairs.
Not interested.
Fine. I'll just go get a burrito then.
But for someone like me who knows the game by heart, I really liked it. Some examples are like with Aerith's "this guy are sick" moment.
Me are this guy?
This guy are sick. He's been sick like this for a long time.
That was reworked to make it fit within the context of the game. Or Yuffie speaking her native language.
Fine by me. Sephiroth to tatakau nakatta.
But my favorite change was probably with Tifa
Shake it off. Let's try again.
during this infamous,
Are you feeling okay?
annoying
It's just one button press.
minigame.
What the f***, Cloud?
Beg your pardon.
Ugh, screw this!
I mean, it's totally out of character for Tifa to curse like that, but
That's how you open a f***ing door.
I love it because that minigame was so frickin' annoying. EchoS also features a reworked soundtrack that was made specifically for this mod to go with the timing of the voices. Now, I already said, but since I'm recommending this mod for a replay instead of your first time, then I guess, why not? Experience something new. And while we're at it, let's combine EchoS with Tsunamods' other sound mod called Cosmos Memory. This mod replaces every single sound effect with brand new ones, adds footsteps to different kinds of surfaces, and ambient background noises for the field and battle maps. Like changing the soundtrack, I was against this at first since those sound effects were so iconic to me. Hearing that limit break sound,
Let's dance, asshole!
just brings back all the feels. But I have to admit that updating the SFX along with the music fits with the voice acting and brings a new experience to those who've replayed this game so many times. Now, due to the fact that EchoS reworks the script, you're not going to be able to use this with the Shinra Archaeology mod. So you're going to have to choose. Do you want to see deleted scenes or experience the game with voiced lines? But if you're like me, you'll just replay them back to back since you love the game so much. Back to back playthroughs, baby! So there you have it, folks. The definitive guide to modding FF7 to perfection. All of the mods used in this video will be listed in the description below. Now, if y'all will excuse me, I've got a Ruby Pokemon that's needing to be wiped out. Heck yeah, that's how you do it. Now I can go get my free gold chocobo at Calm. Why do I have 2 Yuffies? Oh, it's because I used that PHS feature to call her back in when Ruby kicked her out. So if I can duplicate Yuffie, then what about Tifa?
Thinking naughty thoughts?
You got me.
Busted!